So, this is like the official kicking off of the unit, because most of you filled out your pre-assessment work last week, and if you turn that into me, I then wrote on a post-it note what I saw you doing, and maybe what some next steps are. I didn't see you didn't have anything that said pre-assessment and a pre-assessment written. I didn't see it, so I was going to talk to you to see where I could find it. So that's going to be the number one thing. Number one.
It's the 3 rows.
Number one, yeah, it's the 3 rows. Well, now we have different spots, so you're going to have to think about it. I want you to think. That's why I set this stuff up. So you have to remember things and then use that knowledge so you think about stuff. Well, you would be in the first row. A and B is in the first row.
Mr. Light. Yes, look at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it was way... Okay, because you put unit 1 here.
Yeah, there was a mistake.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'll look at it.
Escuche. No, porque
Oh, you're taking the bus home, Miguel, because I had to switch the meeting with your mom. You have to take the bus home today, because I had to switch the meeting with your mom. Okay? I talked to her this morning.
And my mom.
At some point.
And my
I'm sure.
mom. It's tomorrow. What? Mr. Light, my mom is tomorrow, right?
I don't know off the top of my Okay.
We're already in 3 minutes.
I'm sorry, everybody. I am confused as to the confusion that you all seem to have about what makes up a reading mini lesson.
I didn't say yes.
Again, I do not appreciate time wasting. I don't appreciate it. I don't expect it. You have as much time as possible to come in and get yourself ready. And I make sure that I give you enough time to do that. There. So you don't have to be distracted by stuff. I don't understand why it takes some people, like why people are here at 39 and others don't show up until 45. You just get released at different times. Is that right?
No, because some people like
With a purpose, and others meander and lollygag like my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter is the queen of lollygaggers.
and some people
No, they're gonna take my
the boys go first.
A lollygagger? Someone who walks without purpose. Someone when like you're supposed to go from point A to point B, they take 400 different turns and just they don't show like they care about getting to the point B. So you lollygag. Okay, you walk without purpose so that you waste time. So now we're 5 minutes into this scheduled mini lesson in which I only want to keep you here for 10 minutes. Okay, enough. If you need to move back, please. Please, if you need to. Or if you can sit there and not touch people, then don't do that, please. Like if you're able to sit next to someone without hitting them or putting into them, fine, or like touching them, great. If not, move back if you can't do it. So make yourself successful, please. The very first part of this unit, the very first part of this bend, so this first groupings of lessons, our first focus. I'll tell more about it in a little bit. But the first question, or no, I don't even have a question for you. I have a picture. And that's not the picture. Here's the picture. What do you think this picture might have to do with reading workshop? Think about it and then talk to your partner.
I think that it's about like first start and like everything comes back and then like
All right, 3, 2, 1, 0. This year, the biggest focus for the whole year is your ability to grow big, powerful, rooted in evidence and all that stuff, ideas. Okay? The first picture is a dandelion. Dandelions blow in the wind. They're not that strong. I mean, it's how they survive and how they control the world and everything, but that's the point. Okay, and the other point is a redwood. So we want to have redwood ideas. We want ideas that are big, that are powerful, that come from you, and that have a lot of evidence to back up what you think. That's the big thing about 5th grade, and the big thing about being a 5th grade reader, is your ability to create ideas. Okay, so that's going to be a big focus. One of the ways we create ideas is that we have to be engaged in the book we are reading. Okay? I don't expect anyone in here to be given any book and always be the same level of engaged in it. Okay? I don't. Like, we all have different things we like. There's different things that we want out of books. And so all of us have different interests and we're different. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to think. When are you most engaged in a book? When are you most, what do you need either to do for yourself as a reader to get yourself engaged, or what might you need from a book to engage you? So I want you to think about this for a moment, and then I'm going to have you talk to your partner. I'm going to walk around and write some ideas down so that we can share these ideas with our class. So these might be some strategies to think about. How do you get yourself engaged in reading? So think about it. All right, talk to your partner. How do you get yourself engaged?
When there's like pictures, like drawings. And also, like, I get inflamed when, like, people start, like, I don't know, like, the parts that you are
has mystery, adventure, because like when it's going on adventure, I see the color of the
Is that helping anyone? Okay, I wasn't able to hear everyone's conversation, but I did hear a couple things. Number one, Sophia was really talking about she needs to, I'm sorry, some of us are struggling with the idea of what it means to not participate. You have the right to pass. You do not have the right to check out. You do not have the right to not observe. You need to observe what we're doing. You are expected to learn. Ja. That is the expectation. I'm not going to force you to talk to people. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I expect you to learn. And so during the 10 minutes I ask of your time, before you go off to choose to read, I ask you to focus and pay attention. And so that does not mean walking around. That does not mean having your back towards people. That means you are sitting and you are observing if you are not participating in the discussion. And you are still held accountable for the learning. And we'll talk about that later, what that's going to look like for all of you. What it means to be held accountable for your learning. Because you have the right to not participate with your partner, you do not have the right to not learn. Yeah? Okay. So Sophia was talking about she needs to connect with the book. She wants to be curious. Her specific thing was, I think, was mysteries, right? Luciano was saying that he immediately needs to connect with the book. He needs like 3 pages, he needs to be into it. It might not be like a specific thing, but he's looking for something. So he knows what kind of books he likes. And he's willing to give books a chance. Maria was talking about you first need to believe that you're good at it. You have to understand that you have the capabilities to be a good reader. You do have the capabilities of being someone who is engaged in reading. You have to believe that about yourself, and that's 100% right. If you don't believe it, it's not going to work. Okay? What I didn't hear, but maybe some people talked about, maybe some books really connect you with the character. It's like you can be the character. You feel what they feel. That's every time I read Tiger Rising. That's what I think about when I think about Rob. I always connect with Rob. Okay? So a goal for this bend is for you to be an active reader and to be engaged with what you're reading about. And so maybe you heard some things today that's going to help you. Okay? We have connecting with the story, making sure that you believe in yourself, giving books a shot, maybe thinking about characters. So you will need to figure out what evidence do you need that shows you are an engaged reader. Okay? So each and every day as you're reading, think to yourself, how can I show that I'm engaged? Am I engaged in reading, and how can I show it? Instead of just saying, yeah, I'm engaged in reading.
Yeah.
I'm engaged. That's not good enough. You have to be able to show it. Okay? So today and every day as we're reading, the expectation is you are reading as an engaged reader, that you are actively reading. So what is that going to look like for you? So think about that as you get to your reading spot today. Make sure you have a book to read. Get yourself ready to read. And donkey shorts.
Do we do this one, like the thing that we do, that's like the book and like and we need to put it.